As you might have seen, Tyrese Haliburton, Damian Lillard, Jayson Tatum all tore their Achilles in the NBA playoffs. And some of us might be wondering, how do we prevent an Achilles tendon rupture from ourselves, like if we're playing pickup basketball or pickup sports? So in this video, we're going to go over some of the preventative measures that you can do to avoid that type of a grueling Achilles tendon injury or rupture rehab, to bulletproof your Achilles and your gastrocnemius soleus area. And I put together a little mini protocol. We're gonna go into some of those exercises right now. First, we wanna warm up with some seated calf raises in our chair. So this one's pretty basic. All you're gonna do, sit in a chair, and we're gonna keep our feet flat on the ground, bottom back, and you're just gonna lift your heels up off the ground, lower back down. We're gonna warm up our calf area, or Achilles or soleus. We're gonna do a set of 10. You can take a little break, and then we'll do 2 more sets for 3 total sets of 10, just to get that warm up going. Now you can also add a little bit more of an element to this by pointing your toes in. You can do 3 sets of 10 to warm up the inside part of your calf muscles, and then you can point your toes out, and you can do 3 sets of 10 in that position as well. That's for our more overzealous folks that want to really get that warm up for all areas of your calf. But you can just do toes pointed forward, 3 sets of 10, and that should suffice. And bear with me, I know my outfit is a little ridiculous, but it's just so you can see my calf. So all we're gonna do next is we're gonna stretch our gastrocnemius muscle against the wall. So you'll put your hands against the wall. You're gonna keep your knees straight for this exercise. You wanna make sure your heel is down, and we're gonna stretch out to continue with our warm up. You're gonna feel that stretch in the back of your knee, your calf area. You're gonna hold this for about 30 seconds, and then you can relax. You can perform 3 of those on each side, 3 sets of 10 on each side. And then next, you can do another standing stretch. Bring your toe up against the wall, keep your heel on the ground, and you're gonna lean forward, keeping your knees straight. You're gonna feel that stretch in the back of your calf as well. You're gonna hold that for 30 seconds, perform 3 times on this side, and same thing on the other side, 30 seconds, 3 times as well. And then next, we're gonna stretch our soleus muscle, so it's a little different. We're gonna do the same thing as before, except we're gonna bend this knee, this back knee, and you're gonna place your hands on the wall, keep this heel down on the ground again, and lean forward. You're gonna feel this in the lower part of your calf. It's gonna be more towards your Achilles tendon area. This is gonna be stretching your soleus muscle. You wanna hold this for 30 seconds, and then relax. You're gonna do that for 3 sets on your right side, 3 sets of 30 seconds on your left side. And then we can do these variations of stretches sitting down as well. Let's check those out. So this next stretch you can do sitting or laying down as well. So we're gonna grab a strap, or you can grab a towel, or like use a belt, any of those sorts of things. You're gonna place that at the ball of your foot here. You can also kind of loop it to give it some more leverage as well. And then for this, we wanna keep our knees straight. You're just gonna pull with the straps again, like towards you, and you're gonna feel that stretch in the back of your calf here. This stretch isn't as intense as the last stretch, but it's still pretty useful if you don't want to do any standing, or you can't really do standing. I don't know why you couldn't, but bear with me. You can also do this stretch. So you'll do 30 seconds on this side 3 times, and then you'll switch and do that on the other side. And then to get your soleus muscle, like more towards your Achilles tendon, you're gonna bend your knee, and same thing, you're gonna pull with the strap with your knee bent this time, keeping your heel on the ground. Hold that 30 seconds, take a break, and then do 3 times on this side, 3 times on the other side, just to be able to get that Achilles tendon specific stretch for that exercise. So now that we're all warmed up, let's go do some actual exercises. And if you're finding value from this content, consider dropping a like or tipping a coffee. It really helps support the channel. Okay, so next we're gonna start with some basic calf raises, and we're gonna ease our way into more difficult calf raises as we go. The first one, what we're gonna do is point our toes forward. You're gonna raise up. You can place your hands on the wall if you need to for balance. Lower back down. You're gonna raise up, hold that for about 1 to 3 seconds, ideally 3 seconds, and then lower back down. You wanna get full range of motion in this exercise. So full range of motion coming up with your heel, full range of motion going down with your heel. So you wanna get maximum range of motion with your heel in space, going up, going down. Again, 3 sets of 10 of this exercise. Next, and super important, is the eccentric calf raise exercise. So I don't have a step in my house, but if you have steps in your house, or you have like even just one of those like Pilates, like I guess it's not Pilates, but like a yoga step, you can use that block and you can step up on that and make sure you have something to hold on to for balance. But the idea with the eccentric exercises is, I'm just gonna use this book, but use something sturdy. Place your hands up on the ground and keep your heel hanging off of the step, and you're just gonna lower your heel down towards the ground and then raise your heel as far up as you can, and then slowly lower your heel back down on the ground, raise all the way up. And the slower you lower your heel down to touch the ground, the more eccentric benefit. It's called eccentric loading. We're moving against gravity, and that's one of the most beneficial ways, or the most beneficial way to strengthen our gastrocnemius muscle and our Achilles area. So this is one of the most important exercises that you can do to help bulletproof your Achilles and your gastrocnemius area, just to be able to ensure you're getting the maximum benefit of that strengthening exercise. This exercise, you'll do again 10 reps, take a break, and then you can do 3 sets of that exercise. Okay, so next we did that eccentric raise. We're gonna do a single leg calf raise. So with one foot, you're just gonna stand on one foot, grab for balance, raise your heel all the way up, all the way down, nice, slow, and controlled. Try to raise up as far as you can comfortably, lower back down. You'll do another, hold that for about 3 seconds and lower back down nice and slow. 10 reps on your right side, 10 reps on your left side, 3 sets on each side. And then we can also do the eccentric load with this exercise. So grab your step again, or whatever object you're using before. You're gonna step up on that book or area, and you're just gonna take your one foot and leave your other foot off, like kind of hanging out back to the side. Slowly lower your heel down, slowly bring your heel back up as far as you can comfortably. And again, lower down nice and slow to the ground, raise back up. And this is gonna be really powerful because you're just doing a single leg variety of the exercise we just did before of that eccentric loading. So it's really powerful to get that gastrocnemius area firing, and also just to be able to get that muscle building that we want with the eccentric exercise. So this actually might be the most important exercise of all the exercises, but all the exercises are important and we love them all the same. And then next we want to add a soleus muscle strengthening component to this protocol. So we want to have our knees bent for this exercise to get our soleus muscle firing and to isolate that distal or lower part of our Achilles towards our heel, just to be able to bulletproof that area. So kind of in a functional squat position, grab the wall. You're just going to raise your heels up off the ground as far as you can comfortably, lower back down. And again, we'll do 10 reps in this position, 3 sets of 10. You can also try to add that eccentric component with that step. With this exercise, it's a little harder, but you'll grab on for support, bend your knees, raise up, lower back down, raise up. You'll get a little bit of that eccentric component for your soleus muscle there. 3 sets of 10 for that exercise. And then the next exercise we want to do is we can change our foot positions with any of these exercises. So with the basic standing calf raise exercise we did before, you can point your toes out to get your outer calf muscle. So you can point your toes out, raise up nice and slow, lower back down. You can do 3 sets of 10 in this position, and then you can point your toes in, and you can do 3 sets of 10 in this position with keeping your knees straight, lowering or raising up nice and slow, lowering back down nice and slow, 3 sets of 10 for those. And then you can do the same thing with your single leg raise. You can do toe pointed out, 3 sets of 10, toe pointed in, 3 sets of 10. You can do that on the right side, do that on the left side. Your calves are gonna be smoked after this, but you wanna really make sure you're just doing what feels comfortable and you're doing what you can. There's no reason to push it if you feel like it's too much. Like, just take a break and then maybe do some more of those seated calf raises that we did earlier, just to be able to get that gentle range of motion in that calf Achilles area and kind of cool down a little bit. And before we get ahead of ourselves with the cool down, you can also do that single leg calf raise on the step with your foot pointed out and your foot pointed in, if you want to be overzealous and do a little bit more exercise. So you do 3 sets of 10 with your foot pointed out and 3 sets of 10 with your foot pointed in, and those will be a different variety to perform that eccentric calf raise with the single leg just to be able to ensure that you get that inside part of your calf and soleus, or your gastroc and your soleus, and that outside part of your gastroc and soleus muscle as well. Then after you're done with all that, if you'd like, you can do some cool down exercises with seated calf raises, just normal sitting. You can do 3 sets of 10, as we've been doing this entire time. You can do even more than that if you want. You can do nice, slow, relax. You can do maybe up to 50 if you'd like. Just kind of cooling down that muscle, that gastrocnemius and soleus area, and relaxing. You can also circle back to those stretches we did earlier. You can do seated or standing varieties. But if you'd also like to do seated calf raises at your desk, you can get that workout in as well while you're working in your office if you sit at a desk all day. I did a video covering just that. You can check that video out right here, and I'll see you over there.